Next, we have two cinephiles, Rick and Angela Martinez. They opened Planet of the Tapes at in 2002. It's a local video store, Slab Cinema. Born when they were invited to screen films on the raised slab, that's why the slab, across from the bar La Tuna. Rick's also a designer at Parsons, an architectural engineering firm. Parsons! Okay, you're drunk. Works on architectural planning and graphics projects. Angela is a freelance web designer, programmer, and frequent volunteer at their children's school, which is the Bonham Academy. Please welcome Rick and Angela!
All right, you hear me in the back there? All right. I'd like to thank the Pechacucha team for inviting us out, and we're going to try to explain our love affair with cinema and public space in these next 20 slides.
Can you hear me? A lot of people.
All right.
When we moved here from Albuquerque back in 2000, we fell in love with the downtown area. We were delighted to find a drive-in nearby, but two of our favorite pastimes were missing: an art film theater and an independent video store. Opening a theater was beyond our reach, but a video store seemed like a more reasonable project. We opened Planet of the Tapes in 2002. As writer Dan Goddard put it, it was more block party than blockbuster. We featured a director's wall, foreign films, and cult classics like The Warriors and The Evil Dead. More than a store, it was a place to host music, art, and community events. For us to afford the space, we cut it in half and lived in back. Having a storefront allowed us to create spectacle to help lighten a dark corner. Our friend Laurel Bodines designed this full-scale ant from the 1954 movie Them, made out of recycled material. It devoured our facade and escaped one year with some of its cohorts to terrorize the King William Parade. Rumor has it still stalks Southtown to this day. About once a month, we set up a frame and a sheet and screen films in front of our store. We showcase local films as well as more well-known features. On this evening, we queued out Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and welcomed passersby to sit and watch. And if I knew I was going to be here tonight, I would have taken better pictures. In 2004, La Tuna owner Michael Barrier invited us to curate a film series on the concrete slab across from his bar. The theme was in the public domain and featured mostly B movies that didn't require licensing. For this new venue, we abandoned our rickety old frame and screen and had to come up with a better option.
At first, the screen setup was a bit rickety, or a bit tricky. We started out with corrugated plastic sheets and later used the spandex and PVC system. One of our happiest days was when Ruth Polston and La Tuna owner Mike Looney surprised us with a permanent plywood screen painted white. Our very first film was Bucket of Blood, suggested by our #1 customer, Pat Evans, a Roger Corman classic. Shot in just 5 days, this low-budget film stars a beatnik busboy who finds a creative way to make lifelike sculptures. As people turn up missing, his fans start to get suspicious. The film noir Detour was a Slab hit and features one of my favorite female villains of all time, Vera. If you're ever feeling down and out about your relationship, pop this one in and you'll cheer right up. We teamed up with musicians as well. In the next clip, you can hear the band Mombasa Code performing live to the 1929 silent film, The Wizard of Oz. We screened close to 90 films here, and if it wasn't raining at 8:15, the show went on. Over the years, the slab was invaded by swashbucklers, Godzilla, a brain that wouldn't die, and a brother from another planet. We wanted to tap into copyright films as well, so we started investigating possible sponsors. Bike City stepped up and sponsored the cycling film Breaking Away. SA's own Jackie Earl Haley stars as part of a floundering crew who team up for one amazing race. The pre-show was a short film of bike stills made by a slab regular who we only knew as Sam. Thanks, Sam, wherever you are. Sometimes we got permission from filmmakers directly. We screened the cop film Even Hand on the blank wall at the pig stand parking lot. The movie was shot in the Government Hill area and includes several scenes at the pig stand itself. It stars local poet-drummer Eduardo Garza as Sergeant Leonard. And in 2008, the Slab was sold. We found ourselves looking for a new venue. The city came to the rescue. Thanks, Sandy. I saw you were out here. And they asked us to help develop a film series for one of three sites: Travis Park, Arneson Theater, or Hemisphere. We pursued Hemisphere and submitted this graphic with our proposal. We wanted to screen directly on the building, but the windows were too much of a distraction. So we asked our friends at So Deluxe to stitch together this giant 18-foot by 27-foot screen made out of curtain liner. The city installed a pulley system to help navigate this monster. On several occasions, the Magic Theater would act out scenes from their balcony. They danced to Twist and Shout with Ferris Bueller and chucked foam food at the audience during Clyde with a Chance of Meatballs. When Jaws was canceled due to high winds, no one was more upset than actor Dylan Collins, who had his shark suit all ready and was ready to wreak havoc on the audience. And Montana also got up there and danced for West Side Story.
On this night, Dylan eerily portrays Dracula on the balcony as our old Slab partners, Mombasa Code, perform an original score for the 1922 silent Gothic horror film, Nosferatu. It was a Halloween double feature and was paired with the attack of the 50-foot woman. That same year, Maricela Barrera asked us to screen films at Main Plaza to celebrate the Mexican Revolution. We loved the venue so much, we developed the idea for a world film series called Cinemundo. We screened a Bollywood movie, as well as a Hong Kong film, Chungking Express, and the Italian classic, Cinema Paradiso. That one was extra special because of the film's plaza scenes. The purchase of an inflatable screen expanded our venue options. With it, we've helped several film festivals add free outdoor screenings to their lineup. We screened shorts for the Hill Country Film Fest, brought the world's biggest pop-up film festival to the Eat Bar, and have collaborated with the SA Film Fest and the Pearl on several occasions. We are always exploring new ideas and approach Sunset Station and Botanical Gardens about adding theme film series to their venues. They both love the idea, and last year we launched Sunset Cinema, featuring train films at the train station. We'll kick off our third year of Starlight Movies in the Garden this May. Some of our best childhood memories involve going to the drive-in with our families as kids. It wasn't about the movie, but about the experience. The outdoor cinema is an incredible community builder and provides us with the opportunity to make memories with our own children and the city as a whole. And that's what keeps this show going on.
Back up and tell us how you met and then how you got into, Bucket of Blood and Slab Cinema and Planet of the Tapes. Were you both into film? How did you meet and do this?
Well, we met in Phoenix, and we lived together in Albuquerque. And there they had a nice independent video store called Alphaville, and we went there all the time. And that's kind of how we fell in love with that concept.
And now, what's the future of the Hemisphere type series with whatever's going to happen there? You don't know? You don't?
No, not too sure. Yeah.
Okay, and now, how important is it for sponsors? Like when you have something here, or Bike City when you had that, and how do you solicit those?
Yeah, sponsorship is critical to do a licensed film. So, yeah, it's a big deal.
We just started a new series that we were La Vita on Valentine's Day. So we showed at the Arneson River Theater. And we'll be at Woodlawn this Saturday, Woodlawn Lake.
And how about here? When's the next time you're going to be here at the Pearl?
I don't know. We don't have anything scheduled yet.
And lastly, how do you pick your films? Bucket of Blood and Nosferatu, which is one of my favorites. Yeah, you ever had Battleship Potemkin or maybe a little Truffaut? You have any of that stuff?
Well, I love Battleship Potemkin. We wanted to show that, but we never got around to it.
Oh, okay. All right, well, give them a hand. Rick and Angela.